Stock of the day, Invocare, the funerals business, assessing a $1.8 billion takeover bid lobbed from TPG Capital after it amassed a 17.8% stake in the business overnight. Under the proposal, Invocare shareholders will get $12.65 cash per share, adjusted for any additional dividends or capital returns made by Invocare prior to completing the transaction. The nation's leading funeral services operator was tipped into play after a private equity firm said that they were a struggling business overnight. It's been a laggard, Mark Moreland, haven't they? And it was interesting because I think the Financial Review had a story today showing deaths in Australia are the highest on an annual basis since World War II. So lots of people dying, but hasn't been translating through the share price.
Well, the good thing about deaths, what's the old saying? Deaths and taxes. The point is, this kind of business should be really reliable, shouldn't it? Because you can actually predict what the death rates are going to be. They operate within a range very consistently. So this should be a fabulous business, and it never has been, or not for the last 10 years. It's been a very mediocre business. I actually think this is good news for shareholders.
Yep.
Now, why are private equity trying to take it over? Because they obviously believe they can kiss it and bring it back to life.
Okay.
Because the performance of the company has been pretty mediocre for a long time.
So the question is, what they're offering, $12.50, $12.56. It's up to $12.13 now.
Yeah.
They will look under the hood.
Yeah.
And sort of potentially walk away. Do you hold?
For
the higher price, or do you get out now?
If you're asking me personally, I would take it.
Because take the $12.31 now.
Absolutely, that's like nearly 50% increase on the current price, which at the moment we're showing a negative return on a margin of safety going forward over 5 years. So in other words, if I own it at today's price, not yesterday's price, $8, I'm going to lose money. Right. Over the next 5 years. So you're just giving me a 50% gain on that. I would definitely take it.
So sell now before seeing out the takeover.
That's what I would do.
Okay. Scott?
Yeah, I'll cut to the chase. I would also sell now for exactly the same reason. You've been given $3.16 gain today. The bid price is another 70 odd cents on top of this. If you do the maths, look, there's a higher probability the deal goes ahead than doesn't. So you got to kind of probabilistically weight this, work on an expected outcome, expected value, as they say in the statistics game. But when you're offered $3.16 to say, hey, do you want the money now, or do you want to wait and see if there might be another 70 cents? You're taking the money. The share price, I'll tell you what though, private equity know what they're doing. The share price before this was the lowest it's been in 10 years at Invocare. Right. Now, if you're a private equity mob, you want a really reliable cash flow business. It's been a bit, as you say, Toshi, all over the place because COVID's been COVID and a whole lot of stuff going on. But you back all that out and say, hang on, if you're private equity, what do you want? You want cash flow and lots of it. You want a reliable business. You want to be able to lever this thing up and probably float it back in a couple of years' time. And you get a chance on a $9 share price. That's not know what it is. To basically say, hey, you guys want to take $12.85? Plenty of investors who've had a tough last month have said, yes, thank you very much, I'll take the money. So super opportunistic for Invocare, but take the money because you're probably not going to get much more than that. Bird in the hand's two in the bush, take $12.11 and go to the bank from there.
Will this be a trend, do you think? Private equity hunting now, these laggards in the market?
Yeah, I think it will be, mate. I think we've seen a little bit of it already. There's plenty of deals. What I would say, by the way, is we've seen a lot of potential deals that have fallen over, the old highly conditional, uncertain, et cetera. So, if you're private equity, of course, you're going to say, hey, you've got a bank full of cash. All you're doing is look around saying, let me know when we see something in temporary pain. We'll go and make a bid. Speaking of Warren Buffett, right? Invocare's not the greatest business in the world, but when the share price drops meaningfully to the lowest level in 10 years, and you want the cash flow, you're going to have a look. So, there's plenty of PE mobs out there with checkbooks, with plenty of cash saying, you know what, when I see a business that's temporarily knocked out, I'm going to go and have a look because if I can get it, A, I get it cheap, B, I could probably lever this thing up and float it back at a higher price in 2 or 3 years' time. I think you'll see a lot of money going around, at least potentially going around at the moment.